Yeah, no, it's not a thing.
Oh, you got money. Make sure you head around. Yeah, I can't hear you guys because you guys can't actually talk to me. 3 hearts. Oh, played a rat. Come on. Before you wipe your butt, wipe from the front to the back. Never back to front. Give me your money. Ice cream, yeah, whatever that shit is, right? I don't care about their comfort. The egg will always persist. Let me cook. Let me cook. Daddy. Ah! You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You know when you gotta, you know. I never get a sponsorship from them because I curse too much. Fuck you guys. Fuck. You guys won't hear me speak another word for the whole stream. Fuck. You know what dirt smells like? I've been waiting. Fiber. Oh, this is how you make me feel. Then your mom in front of the Hoover Dam. This bird is gonna fucking squirt all over me. No, I'm not good. I'm the best. No, I was on Iron Chef. Fuck Bobby Flay.
It takes a lot to make a stew. A pinch of salt and laughter too. A scoop of kids to add the spice. A dash of love to make it nice. And you've got too many cooks, 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 too many cooks. Takes a lot to make a stew. When it comes,
Yeah, no, it's not a thing.
Oh, you got money. Make sure you head around. Yeah, I can't hear you guys because you guys can't actually talk to me. 3 hearts. Oh, played a rat. Come on. Before you wipe your butt, wipe from the front to the back. Never back to front. Give me your money. Ice cream, yeah, whatever that shit is, right? I don't care about their comfort. The egg will always persist. Let me cook. Let me cook. Daddy. Ah! You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You know when you gotta, you know. I never get a sponsorship from them because I curse too much. Fuck you guys. Fuck. You guys won't hear me speak another word for the whole stream. Happy to have you on.
too many cooks, 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 too many cooks,
Fuck.
too many cooks.
You know what dirt smells like?
Especially when
I've been waiting. Fiber. Oh, this is how you make me feel. Then your mom in front of the Hoover Dam. This bird is gonna fucking squirt all over me. No, I'm not good. I'm the best. No, I was on Iron Chef. Fuck Bobby Flay.
it takes a lot to make a stew. A pinch of salt and laughter too. A scoop of kids to add the spice. A dash of love to make it nice. And you've got too many cooks.
Oh, sorry about that.
Cooks, too many cooks. Too many cooks.
There you guys go. I forgot that I have the vertical separately, and so my stream deck doesn't quite work the same way. Apologize for that. Thank you for pointing that out though, Joe. I appreciate it. And if you guys have been on any of my other streams, this is Very much not like them. This is kind of the opposite. We're just really chill. We're not chaotic. It's just for prep. You know, a little bit of prep for breakfast and stuff for the week. But I'm all about conversation. I mean, you're on the wrong account if that's the case. You know, super need name. I wouldn't say that I'm OCD. If you've ever been to any of my other streams, you would know I'm very much not OCD. But this is just a chill stream. A time for me to just chill, relax, do some knife cuts, prep up for the week, for home breakfasts and stuff like that. Some dinners. But I am a professional chef, so there is a level of regimen. So I wouldn't say it's OCD. It is just what it is. You should probably see my other streams. You should understand that this is so calm right now. How you doing, Gerson? Still more liquid than I want, but that's fine. Should have put this in here first. Silly me. is a weird pepper. Quite odd. You know, when I was cutting these peppers right now, I was like, oh, I saw someone else do it a little bit different. I wanted to try it, and I don't like it, if I'm being honest. I thought it was very inaccurate, I guess you can say. Usually with these kinds of peppers, I like to be very even all the way around. But, you know, everyone has their own method. The way that they did it, it looked really clean. So that's why I was like intrigued on how it was. Some of these did not cut right. What's wrong with my blade? Is the desktop audio not working? There we go. It's like, why is there no music or anything? That's fucking weird. Silly me.
Okay.
juicy onion. Holy shit. Oh, that's a very juicy onion. Oh, wow. I might need to do more potatoes, actually, now looking at this. Yeah, probably more potatoes. Strain this out. Wash them again anyways. We're gonna do more, might as well do all the potatoes, fuck it. It looks like that's gonna be the amount. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. Actually, it does. What's on the menu today? What we're doing today is just straight up ASMR chill. I'm doing a lot of prep for like breakfast and dinner, like stuff that does take a long time in general. So we're doing a poblano hash prep right now. So we're cutting up and par cooking potatoes. After looking at the potatoes that I cut, I was like, oh, maybe I need to do more, which is why I am doing more potatoes. I'm doing the entire sack. I think it was a 5-pound sack of potatoes. So I was like, let's just keep the vibes chill. Let's do whatever. It's fucking late at night. I'm tired. I've been emotionally exhausted today. So I'm like, let's just fucking vibe. But I wanted to like do something like this, right? It's like, I have the knife mic set up. Let's focus on the noises in the kitchen. Have some fucking chill lo-fi and everything. Thank you, I appreciate that. This is also a time for me to like actually just like straight up practice, especially because like I've been out of like the professional kitchen. Then this is the stream for you if you're tired. Fall asleep to my stream. Give me that fucking ad revenue. Of course, if you've never been in these streams before, this is the first like ASMR stream. So I have a mic attached to my knife right now. You can see right there. And you know, doing the do. Hell yeah. I believe in you, man. Get that rest. I believe in you.
If you guys have a prime, slap that prime on the table like a big fucking cock. Show everybody that you have a big fucking dick today and slap that prime on the fucking table right now!
I forgot to disable the sound alerts for this stream. It's a totally different vibe. If you've seen any of my other streams, they are chaos. I do it on purpose though. Like I want people to cook and feel more comfortable and shit like that, not feel professional or anything like that. That's great. Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for that though, really. That's awesome. You know, I was actually debating whether or not I was going to do this tonight. I've been feeling really down and really let down as well. And it's not anyone's fault but my own, you know. And so we do the do. That's all we can do. We do the do. We gotta rinse these potatoes and get all that starch out though. So I won't be able to look at my screen, but I know you're here with me in heart. And yes, we wash our potatoes just like we wash our rice. As you can see, that's not dirt that you're seeing, that cloudiness. That's all starch. The more you move it and agitate, the more starch comes out. This way you get a crispier potato. Oh fuck, that's the reason why I have a stopper in there. And I do like to use like warm or hot water when I wash any of my starches. A lot more gets released, and a lot faster. So you're using less water, but you're not necessarily cooking. We'll do one more wash.
If you guys aren't par cooking your potatoes, I would suggest you just soaking them in cold water and a bit of vinegar. A little, because that vinegar is what helps eat up all the starch. Let's get as much of that water out as we can. And it helps make a crispier potato. The starch is actually what makes the potato less starchy. I'm glad you love cooking, doing it for everyone else, Lizzie. Like, that's, to me, like, cooking is a love language, you know? So like this right here is like phase one of this, of everything. So essentially what I do, once I pull out the potatoes, so I have them in the oven right now, right? And I let them cook for about 15 minutes at 350. This is enough to just soften the potatoes, you know? This way, once they're right out, I'll put them right in the pan, and then I'll add some of the hash mix, which is yellow bell pepper, poblano peppers, and onions. That's it. And then what I do is I will immediately put in the potato, stir it up, and that steam from the potato is also gonna kind of par cook the peppers and onions just a little bit, you know? Just enough so like when we put it in the pan, it's gonna do its due, right? In the meantime, what I'm gonna do with these potatoes I just rinsed and everything is I'm gonna add some salt and oil. I use a neutral oil, high fat neutral oil, so canola oil is personally my favorite when it comes to that kind of ordeal. And the oil is it's that thing that's gonna kind of like help it, you know, get nice and crisp. And some salt. And I'm only salting the potato, and I'm gonna feel this. It's not feeling very oily because of all the stuff. I don't need it to feel like super slippery. I just need to make sure that the oil is coating every potato that we have in there. I'm gonna do a little bit more salt, much like we're doing a French fry. What this is gonna do is ensure a seasoned potato. If you were to add the salt during the hash phase, when we actually cook this whole product, your potato is gonna be unseasoned because you're sharing that salt with the rest of it. So this is pretty much what we're doing. The best way I can explain it is your hand is gonna be shimmery, very much like this. Not wet, but shimmery. Actually, let me show you the difference. You will feel it in your hand, but if you can't feel it in your hand, like do this. Notice how much more shimmery this one is opposed to this. This one looks more flat. That's the best way I can explain it to you. It sounds really stupid, but I promise once you practice and do it more, you'll understand. Second round of potatoes should almost be done. I do have another. All right, cool. I'm just making sure because I'm doing more potatoes than I did last time, but this is one of those things that the family was just like, hey, we're gonna eat this all the time. All right, so we got our potatoes and our hash done. So another thing that I wanted to work on was mushrooms, and the last thing I want to do is eat chicken because, you know, I should have honestly done the chicken first but fuck it. And the reason why I was going to do the chicken first is because I wanted to make sure, like, I had, like, because I'm going to be making a broth, I'm going to be roasting the bones, you know, salting the stuff. But I think that with this bird that I have right now, I'll just make primals and go from there. I should have gotten multiple birds and then just, like, tray them out and just be like, there we go. But I didn't, so that's my fault. Check on these, and essentially with these, what we're gonna do is just make sure that they're like nail soft. So we got like another 5 minutes on this. And honestly, we could probably turn up the temp to 400 instead of 350.
That's my fault. So what we'll do is that. All right, let's get some shrooms going. Hey Blizzy, I hope you have a good night. You're probably passed out, so thank you for stopping by. It means a lot. Oh, not that one. Do I really need to do that? I don't think so. Oh, I'm sorry, it's very sad for you, Blizzy. I think what we're just gonna do is make like a melody of shrooms. So actually these are all broken up. Yeah, I didn't cut all the way through. It's my bad. Let me do this actually. I don't know what that emoji is, but so we're gonna leave that there. Running out of space. Alright, so these should be ready. So what we're gonna do is take them out. Yep. Now, notice how like this side is like getting golden. What we're gonna do is like when we do the sauteing and everything, all that golden shit's gonna go in there. But what we're gonna do, every time we do a tray, put this over here, and there's a few more potatoes, but that's fine. Every time there's a tray, we're going to add more of our hash mix, right? just mix it up. And what we want to do is make it look even, but it's not going to necessarily be even, right? Yeah, so we're just going to sprinkle a bit more on there. That's fine. Like so. Gucci. And add more of our potatoes. So yeah, we're going to do 2 more rounds. It's what it looks like, which is fine. That's actually perfect. Ooh, hot. Now, if we can get any liquid out, that's fine. But we want to have this just kind of like be like 1 layer of potato. If we do more than 1 layer, what's gonna happen is that it's gonna over steam and it's not really gonna cook evenly. So all that extra water we're gonna kind of strain. Any extra liquid we can get out, we're gonna do. All right. Get my daughter's sweater, put it over there. All right. So this tray you can see is kind of full. I don't want to like overfill it because we need to let it cool down. So what I'm gonna do, actually what I'm gonna do before anything, just for osmosis purposes, we're just going to add some salt, just kind of sprinkle it over it. What this is going to do, any of that extra salt, it's going to kind of penetrate everything else. Once you understand like how salt works, like you'll understand what blooming is. And this is something that a lot of chefs even don't know. Once you get like that blooming going, fuck you. Once you get that blooming going, you know, it'll do its thing. So we got this going, and we got 2 other types of mushrooms that we're gonna use, or 1 other type of mushroom actually, and that's gonna be maitakes. They're one of my favorite. They're one of my top 3 mushrooms, and we're just gonna make a blend of these shrooms. Now, when you ever get these maitakes, right, look how beautiful it is. And they smell, if I'm gonna be honest, they almost smell like fucking weed, like skunk. But they are one of the best tasting mushrooms out there. You can roast the entire thing, you including the stem. Everything on here is 100% like edible, and they eat very much the same way. And on top of that, the best way to prepare these, let me get the other one out. Honestly, you don't need to do anything to these except for this. You just break them up in your hand. You know, any of the bigger chunks that you don't like, you just press in with your hand. It's really nice, and they're delicious as hell. They had a lot of like complexity with shiitakes. Actually, with any mushroom that you use. These are like the best, hands down, filler mushroom that you can get. Better than creminis. Because they stretch a lot longer, I feel, and they taste better. And they're about the same price. Right? So we got our pile of shrooms right there. Now, what I could do is just keep them like this, but when you do mushrooms, they tend to, you can get like a better flavor if you par roast them. So what you do is actually you roast them in the oven, and then you let them chill, and then you cook them. Very much the exact same thing that we're doing with our hash right now. The exact same thing. So mushrooms operate the same way. You can do them in the pan, and honestly I'm tempted to, just because our oven's going to be working for another 30 minutes, and I probably will, so you guys get some of that ASMR. It's going to make the whole place smell very nice. But this way we can kind of just like chill them out. However, I don't think I have enough sheet trays for it, which sucks. So because I do need to use that other sheet tray for the potatoes that we are doing. So that's not very cash money. I think what we're gonna do, this is quite a bit of shroom, so let's grab a container like this. And we'll just put our shrooms in here for now. And they're just broken down, that's fine. The harder part's gonna be done tomorrow morning probably. Or tonight if I keep the stream going. We'll fucking see. We'll see how I'm feeling, guys. I haven't really done like an ASMR stream ever. I'm sure my voice is like more annoying than it should be, so. We're gonna put this over here for now. Do the do.
Fuck yeah, you're an awesome motherfucker.
Shit.
Thanks for the follow, bro.
Thank you for the follow. Asphodel's Garden, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, and hi, Asphodel's. Yeah. Again, if you guys have never been to any of my streams before, this is like the first like chill stream that we've done. Like, no majority of our streams are very chaotic, and I do that chaotic stuff on purpose. But we still have a lot of stuff we're gonna do, so don't worry. So the next phase of things that we're gonna do, I think, do I want to teach you guys dashi? If you guys want to learn dashi, I'll teach you guys dashi. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. So if you guys want to learn dashi, I have all the ingredients and everything to do just a very like standard dashi, and like the principles and applications of it. But what we're gonna do next until then is we are going to actually do a ton of garlic chives. So garlic chives, I think, are my personal secret ingredient. I'm gonna have to wash this off because you'll understand when we get to that phase. But garlic chives is, you know, just like regular chives, but with garlic. So you get the very garlicky flavor, but, you know, more up front. So something that I noticed that no one is doing, right, or no one was doing, was using garlic chives the very much same way that we use dehydrated scallions for ramen. No, you did not miss everything spicy, you girl. We are just doing a chill fucking ASMR stream. So ideally, like I've said this in the last few streams, if you guys have been in the last few streams, but if you haven't, my secret ingredient as of late has been this. It's garlic chives, right? And what I do is I take, let me show you. So, so what I do is I take, and I bought this today. You know, I bought it today because I was in a fucking depressive fit. But, so garlic chives, which is literally the greens that grow from garlic. Very much like what scallions are, which are the greens that grow from onions. They have the same properties of the bulb that it grows from. So these taste just like garlic. They're a lot more mild. They're not as intense. However, they dehydrate very well. So if you see, I'll show you in the POV, like they're crispy, you know, they're dried, and this is shelf stable forever. You just add them in some water, hot water, you know, like a tea, go from there. And this is a product that I do at home and stuff that no one else does, but it creates such a unique flavor that no one else is doing. And I'm surprised that no one else is doing. So, like, if you don't believe me, here we go. Like, so I have a dehydrator at home. And what I do is, like, we have our garlic chives. We have more garlic chives. I'm gonna add it to another container and I'll just fold them over. This is a dry product, so it's gonna be shelf stable regardless. But Better safe than sorry, always. So what we're gonna do, just kind of fold that paper over, like so. I'm gonna keep this paper because, like, again, we're gonna go straight into another batch, right? And something that I've always wanted to do for myself is make my pantry feel more, not sustainable, but just larger, self-stable ingredients. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, this is gross. No, this is what any dried herb or anything is. It's the same process. Everything starts fresh. But look, we're replenished. And then what I'll do is take the old ones, just put them right on top. This way I make sure I use the old ones first. Take the tape. If it's still good, awesome. And if it's not, I'll make a new tape. And it looks like it's good. And we replenished our secret ingredient. So this goes back onto the shelf, the pantry, right? But we have other ingredients that I did want to do, or that I was dehydrating. One that I was the most curious was cabbage. And this is specifically Napa cabbage. That's gonna be dead. So what I wanted to do was to see how it dehydrates and how it reconstitutes, what the flavors are, how edible it is, the whole 9 yards. In theory, it's gonna be just fine. It's cabbage. It's mostly water anyways. All we did was take out the water. But my big concern is the flavor. If I can get the flavor right, awesome. And if I can't, oh no. Oh no. That is fine. So we'll put that there. I'll label it later. And then the other thing, we have some more shimejis. Now I have not been doing anything different with our shimejis. We're just gonna share them into this. This is a mushroom. Also have more cremini mushrooms. So we can actually probably put these creminis into a larger container. A quart? Do I have one? I sure do. I do need to get more though. I'll say that much. And this is just a way of me just kind of trying to preserve ingredients while getting like all the flavor that I can. This actually smells pretty incredible, I'm not gonna lie. So we got our shroomage. The thing is with mushrooms as well, guys, you can dehydrate mushrooms at any state. However, you are not going to take away any of its properties. That's the crazy thing. You have a poisonous mushroom, you're not gonna you can't take out the poison from the mushroom. That's the thing. All right, so we do need to get our things ready because the last round of potatoes are about to be ready. I forgot how hot this nabe gets. All right, so that's ready to go. So what we're gonna do, check our pots, and they are more than ready. Over. Notice how the parchment paper is still like fucking kosher. There's a reason why I use parchment paper any chance I get when it comes to roasting. Again, spread it out, add our hash, like that. That's enough. Make sure it's mixed up. We're going to do our last round of potato. So we try to get all the liquid out. again, with our hand, we want to make sure, like, you can see those tiny bubbles in the water. Those tiny bubbles are oil pockets. So that means that we are pretty oiled up, which is good. But I don't want to bring the actual liquid to this just because I don't want to oversteam it. If you do, it's not the end of the world. You're just gonna get a slightly softer potato. And a lot of that won't actually dehydrate in the oven. It won't evaporate. Okay. So we got that finished product. And then what we're gonna do, just, and what that it will do is just make sure that my timer is done again. Put this away. Put it yonder. I am probably gonna wash it beforehand. But again, you see, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but let's see if I can get it. Yep, you guys can see it right there. All that steam, right? So that steam is going into that hash. So we're not just like par cooking that flavor, but we're imbuing, like it's fucking osmosis. Aromatics do that. So let it do its fucking thing. In the meantime, let's go ahead and cut some chives. Let's get back to the ASMR stuff that you guys want. I do need to put this away really fast, guys. So let's do that. Also, thank you everyone who's watching YouTube and Twitch. Kick if you're there. I doubt you are, but you know, we do the do. So, we do want to hone our knife. So these whites I can use, but I'm not going to, just because we are going to be making a stock. And that's what this bowl right here is for, right? And we'll just chop. Like garlic, but it's like grassy, so you get that like extra element that regular garlic does not give. And this is just a testament to the greens, very much like carrot greens. We just get rid of, like, you guys want to buy that organic shit, cool, more power to you, but you guys get rid of those carrot greens. You're getting rid of essentially parsley that tastes like carrot. So you're doing yourself a fucking disservice, right? We're just gonna spread it. Fuck yeah, spread it. Fuck yeah, spread it. That's what girls say when I show them my love. So we do want to get this as flat as we can when we put them in the dehydrator. They don't have to be perfect because they will shrink. So we still got more to go. Gonna remind everyone, thank you so much for watching. I don't know who is watching or how many people are watching. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I purposely don't do that to myself because I don't want to be depressed any more than I already am. What kind of ice cream are you eating? Because I am an ice cream slut. I don't think there is, personally, a wrong flavor of ice cream. Okay, take that back. Yeah, there is. Yeah, no, there most definitely is. Yep. Yeah, I fucked up. There most definitely is really bad flavor, really bad flavors of ice cream. Still got time on that. Oh, pistachio. More like a pistachio. Heyo. Are you eating both of them, or is that like a fusion of the ice creams? Did you fuse them together so you're just like taking one bite
from one ice cream and another bite from another when you're just like, oh, this is perfect. Is that kind of like what you're doing? I'm actually surprised how many fucking garlic chives I got from this batch. Holy shit. Alright, we're gonna get another pan. Actually, we'll probably, if we get another pan, let's do that. It's like, I just want to get something sweet to eat. I'm struggling. Let me fucking survive. We're trying to survive, god damn it. Don't judge me. I'll spoon your ice cream for you, but you also have to let me spoon you. Yeah. Does that work? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this batch didn't really have very much, so I guess we were pretty. I might have not needed the third pan, but whatever. We'll put more of that one because that one had a fuck ton in there. That looks good. I think all these look good now. I'll do it in French. I have no shame. I mean, you follow. I do a lot of car play. Fuck it. I mean, I don't really do car play, I just happen to do stuff in the car. I guess, yeah, there's a big difference between the two. I don't get any play right now. Sad boy times. So essentially what I'm gonna do right now is, so this is my dehydrator right there. And what we'll do is I'll dehydrate it. For something this small, I will do it at a lower temperature. If we do it at a higher temperature, it's gonna be much more aggressive and we'll take out a lot of those. It'll actually cook the product. So the lower, the slower that we go, that's great. If it's a larger, thicker piece of like protein even, any protein even, like I won't even question it. I will always just be like, yeah, no, just all the way up as long as we can, go from there. This way we can dehydrate and just make sure like, hey, it's essentially jerky at that point, right? So what we're gonna do is turn it on, make sure it's at 10 hours. I'm just gonna turn it up. You can never go wrong going longer as long as it's on the lower temperature. Double check the temperature. Yeah, so we're at 113 degrees. That's enough to just cook everything, right? So actually that's not enough to cook everything. Sorry, 1 second. No, that. 140 degrees, there we go. Sorry about that. It's the same thing that it can actually. This is also the same thing that makes poofy, like chicharrones, you know, the poofy stuff. What you do is you take out all the moisture and then you put it into a deep fryer or a high-fat solution of some sort. And then what that happens is that it blooms, or not blooms, but just fucking explodes. So all those cell walls are just trying to like absorb all that fat to reclaim the water, but fat is not water, right? And so that's why it grows so rapidly and it stops so rapidly. It's almost identical to popcorn, right? So that's almost how popcorn itself works. We're gonna check our potatoes. Oh, our potatoes are done, for sure, for sure. I know that for a fact because I'm looking at this color. So we turn off our oven. We're gonna pull all of our pots in there. This parchment paper is done. We're probably gonna still use this pan in some capacity. Can I make popcorn here? I actually can, yes. Popcorn is a lot easier than everyone thinks it is. It's just an inconvenience. But to make great popcorn, it's worth the inconvenience because it really isn't that fucking hard. It really, really isn't. You just have to have the right ingredients. So, very much for the same one that we're gonna do for this last bit. Oh no, my GoPro died. 1 second. I know, it dieted. It fucking committed what I wanted to do for the last like week. So all right, we got it up. Yeah, I get it. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. So we have all the steam and everything going. We're just gonna mix it up very well. After it's mixed up very well, we're just gonna make sure that it is even. This way, like I said, all those greens and everything are nice and cooked and all that jazz. And here's the cool part about this. After this phase, you want to save it. You can put this in a freezer bag after it's cooled down, and then you have essentially just the potato hash that you have done, you know, that you get from like Ore-Ida or some shit, right? So again, what we'll do at the end of this phase is just salt. That's it, just a bit of salt. This is gonna make sure that it's doing its thing. We're gonna put this with the other pan. So we have 2 pans worth of hash, right? Fucking hash in it. And then we have our mushrooms right there, right? So I think the last thing that we'll do, because we have our garlic chives and all that shit, this right here is gonna be for our stock, and we are going to break our bird. So the bird is gonna be the last big thing that we do today. I don't need to have this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Don't need that. Oh, that is a little warm still. Cabbage, I'm gonna label. Salt, we will have a little bit on hand. And let's just go ahead and clean up this bit because it's gonna get messy. All right. Do I want to do? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep the pan just because I'm going to go ahead and roast the bones and all the other offal, or not the offal, I can't really roast offal. But I'll roast the bones and all that shit down the line. Something I love to do, a goal for me is there any food that I don't like? There's a lot of food I don't like. I told you guys the last food I don't like. But when it comes to like offal, what I want to do is like a dream goal is just to have like, I want to have the money to get like a dozen birds. Like give me 12 birds and I'll just break them all down. And then I will save all of the like innards, all of the bones, all that shit. And the bones that I do, the same capacity, they still work very well. So. But as far as foods that I don't like pinto beans. I hate pinto beans. I am a pussy, so I hate spicy food. I'm not a fan of uni, however,
I did make uni scrambled eggs, and they came out actually like really fucking tasty. They were very good. I was surprised at how good they were. And uni is sea urchin. I don't like avocados, actually. Yeah, I know. Shocker. I'm not a fan of avocados. Fucking cray cray. I know, stupid. Uni is sea urchin, so. So what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and get the bird, but I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands again. Before I do that, I'm going to hone one more time. Ooh, don't want to catch on that. Let me double check if there's anything else I wanted to do, and I guess there was. Fuck. Do I want to do it? I really fucking kind of do want to do it. We'll do it after we do the chicken, right? We'll do it because I think it'll make more sense when I do it, guys. Aguacate. I'm just not a fan of aguacate because, like, I know that it's a seasoning thing and all that shit, and there are applications where I actually I do crave it, but I think what ruined it for me was you know, pan de aguacate. I hate avocado toast. I hate it. You know, it's such a dumb fucking trend to me. So what we'll do is we're gonna grab our bird, and every time I get a bird, this is still ASMR, everyone. This is still ASMR. You ready? Oh yeah. Yeah, you like that? Now we have this, and then we have. Let me actually grab a plate. Oh, actually, this will suffice. This will be fine. It should have been you. It would have been you. So we have our offal. So I'm just gonna put our offal right there, right? You know what else would have been you? Oh. Oh. No, I know. Right. So we have our spine of the bird. But what I am going to start doing is saving the wings. Because I want to make some fucking chicken wings. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What is this? Oh, that was horrible. What the fuck? Yeah, that wasn't good. Rib bone. Yeah, I know. What was that cutting? That was horrible. Fuck off. I can make mistakes too, gosh. I'm only human. What I'm gonna is actually roast this. Let's go ahead and turn on the oven. Again. Yeah, apparently I thought I was a professional too. But that cutting was just like god awful. Yeah, what the fuck? I swear I did not do that cut. That's horrible. Alright, so we got our carcass. What I'm gonna do from here. Now usually when you do a bird or any carcass, the more cuts that you do, the better it is. I do need to stock up on chicken stock, so we're gonna go ahead and roast these wings. Fuck it. When in Rome. Right, so we're gonna do that. And what I like to do, what no one else does, is just lightly salt everything, right? And what this does, again, it makes your food taste more like itself. Just for the stock. Just for the stock. And I'm talking like, I don't want fucking a lot of it. It's just enough to kind of like activate the flavors when we're doing the roasting. And so, we want to get these roasted until it is ready to go. And what we're gonna do with these, that's actually a good fucking question. How am I gonna store this? Oh, you know what? Like, okay, so I did say this, right? So I did say I wanted to do a Cassoulet style. So what does that mean? We are going to marinate it in sake lees. Sake lees is a mixture of sake, mirin, and miso. So we're gonna take our chicken breast, right? That's the big one that I'm more worried about. Actually, fuck. That reminds me. The whole point I'm doing this. Okay, it's not super hot. Cool. So what I'm doing, taking off the skin. Let's get the tendies out. And we will get there when we get there. Skin will go, actually skin will go yonder. All right, these bones. Come on, crunchy bone, you piece of fuck. There we go. So, what we'll do is kind of take the thigh, any of the dark meat, and go along with it till the bone is out on its own. Put that with the rest of them. All the skin I'm okay with kind of keeping for now. Let's do this. Just kind of keep making incisions along the bone. I will say I do not have the right knife for the job. Usually with this kind of knife, you want to have a hanasuke, but I do not have one of those. I'd love to have one of those though. And usually, if you're not sure between the two, there is this lining right there. That's how you can separate the leg from the thigh. And again, you just kind of keep going, right? If there's any extra meat, that's up to your discretion. That's fine. I personally like to have the skin separately. It's not the end of the world. Same thing with the leg. Okay, we have our bones, skin, huzzah. Again. Now we're just gonna get color on the bones. They don't need to be like fucking fuck you roasted. But from here, all this dark meat, I'm gonna take the skin too. I'm just gonna like take it all off. Just rip it off. Fucking rip it. Yeah, that was a fucking horrible butchery job right there. This is how you know I have not been in the kitchen in a while. All right. I'm not just in a kitchen, but just like practicing. All right, so what do I do with my chicken if it has feathers? You pluck them. Like, you can't use feathers for anything aside from using them as ink quill and all that stuff. Is this my only fancy knife? This is not my only fancy knife. I know, late with replies, but however, this is my first custom knife. So no one else in the world owns this knife except for me, and it has a sister knife. Now, I will get into this after I am done with all this. And the reason why is because we want to, like, you know, fucking make sure shit's good. You know, kosher at least. So this right here is not the tenderloin, it's just the side. This over there is the tenderloin. However, in my mind, this is something new that I was thinking about, which is, why can't we make chicken kazatsuke? If we do it thin enough and everything, why can't we? And no one's ever tried it, so we are gonna do that. We're not gonna do it tonight because it takes some time. So ideally is that we just essentially cut the chicken a lot like sashimi, and don't worry, we are not cooking raw ass chicken. That's not the goal. But the idea is, if we can do this, cut it or cook it in a very similar way, why can't we? Has the same properties as fish. It is almost as receptive. So this is an experiment. If this works, I'm gonna fucking change the world, right? So we have that, and we're also gonna do the tenders as well. Or not the tenders. This is still the breast. These are the tendies. We'll still keep them separate just in case. Because it is an experiment, and this is all thigh meat, and I really want to fucking try the thigh meat with it, with the tenders, but we're not going to. But we do need to do the thigh meat regardless. Just cut it up this way. The less that we have to touch it with our hands, the safer it's gonna be, and the better it's gonna be, you know? We can think about like tenderizing, but it's thigh meat. It's not gonna fucking tenderize. It's as tendies as they can be. So this next part, what we're gonna do, knife mic is going down. All right, so we gotta wash our hands and we have to make this marinade. But that requires us making a bowl, I think, or washing a bowl. So let's see what bowl that we have left over. Actually, that's gonna be the exact right bowl that we need. I'm just gonna bring it over. This one right here. All right. I'm going to wash it really fast. Do its thing. Ah! Okay. So, what we're gonna do is make a marinade paste, almost. And this paste is going to be the method of marination. Now again, this is supposed to be very much like what you would do with fish. I'm doing it a little bit different, and I'm gonna do it with chicken. Oh, well, isn't that scary because you're gonna do it? No, because I'm marinating it and I slice the chicken and whatever. It's gonna be cooked in the oven. It'll be fine. Now again, with this, we do want the chicken that's in the oven, the chicken like bones, we want to try and get as much color as possible. What that's gonna do is just make sure like we get as much flavor. And it's going to make our broth look good. Now, if you guys are wondering, oh, what about the last broth that we did? This is the color that we got. And this is a great color, right? We're going to achieve the exact same thing by doing this. So, trust the process. That's all I can say. So what we have is our bowl. Oh, God damn it. Oh, that is almost very bad. Get off that. All right, cool. All right, we do this. And what we're gonna do is work on our marinade. We need to hit the miso and the sake and the mirin. We're not gonna use aka, we're gonna use shiro. Shiro is the white stuff, and the white stuff we're going to use a fair amount of. Now let me get my whisk. And we're going to be pretty generous with this. So I like to start with the sake. Now you can use, like, honestly, like people are like, oh, well, don't cook with the wine that you don't want to drink. No, fuck that. It's sake. Sake. We'll start with that much, right? Because again, we want this to be a paste. But we also want to put mirin in here too. So if this is too thick, and I'm telling you right now, it is not too thick, because we have another liquid that we're going to put in. So we're going to actually add more miso, and we're going to add the mirin. And mirin is sweetened sake, essentially. It's different. It's still, you know, a little bit of alcohol in there, but what we're doing is making a paste. It needs to be a smooth paste. There are people like, oh, it needs to be rough and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I get better results from a smooth paste. I think this is a little bit too coarse. I'm gonna add a little bit more sake. It doesn't need very much. You'll be surprised at how fast this ramps up. A bit of mirin right there. That was about a teaspoon of each, give or take. This is looking pretty good. All right, so there is salmon that I also want to use this for, so I'm not going to use it all for that. So a trick that I want to do is actually put all the chicken in here and just like fucking mix it up the best that I can. I'm going to use my hand. I'm not going to be completely honest. Like, I'm going to use my hand for the bird. And then add some of this. It doesn't need a lot. It just needs to coat the bird. That's it. Oh. Oh. And you guys hear that? We're going to actually use the tenders too. So in theory, and again, I've never tried this, but we're going to cook it tomorrow. But in theory, what this is going to do is tenderize and season the bird. But we're going to pack it in there as best that we can. And that is our Cassoulet pollo. Let's just make sure that, I want to double check, make sure everything's coated, not just the top shit, right? So we got that. We're going to wash our hands again. Like I said, this could be a long hand washing stream. The next thing, we're going to put away all the chicken meat and then the chicken skin. All right, chicken meat. The thighs go in there. All right, and then our skin will go in here. And our chicken bones are doing its thing. Now we still have a lot of that paste. That's fine. I'm okay with that. All right. That, and I think that's the rest of the chicken that we're going to be doing. Again, another washing our hands. This is what we do. It's blah, 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 blah. Oh, so soft. Alright, so I'm going to put the lids on these. So put this over here, this miso yonder. then this is looking like a good color, actually. That's a good color. It's not as pink. But what we are gonna do is put this right in the pot that we are going to use it in and let it cool overnight. And all that extra liquid you see, look at that color. It's fucking magnificent. Grab a wooden paddle. Just make sure we're scraping off anything else in this. Because all the stuff that's on that pan, we're gonna add this into there too. Add some water to this. Doesn't need a lot. What this is gonna do is just ensure all that extra stuff is good. You can already tell the changing of the color of the water just from the stuff that the fond on that pan. Let's put it right in there. That's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. The more that we get, the better, of course. Any of the extra scraps we get in there, the better, of course. But this is going to cool down in the fridge along with everything here. But guys, I think we are done with all the stuff that we want to do. I appreciate everyone who came in. I know I was yapping for the latter half of everything, but there's a lot of life work, so I have to change that. I'll strategize better for the next ASMR stream. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. You guys make me moist. And yeah, I wasn't expecting to be live this long. How long was I? Yeah, almost 2 hours.